The question here today is why? Why? Why what? Are you gonna tell me? There you go, there you go. The question here today is why do people buy silver? And we're starting now. Guys, thank you so much for watching another video from Urban Lifestyle. My name is Eli, and if this is your first time on this channel and you guys like to talk about precious metal, investing, and mindset, make sure you start now by hitting that subscribe button, leaving a thumbs up, and also share this video if you guys see fit. So yes, the question that I'm going to be attempting to answer today is, why do people buy silver? Now, I do believe there's 3 reasons people buy silver, and I only see 3 reasons. Of course, if you're a big corporation and you just want to buy silver so you can put in manufacturing products so you can sell out to make tons and tons of money, yes, makes sense. But I'm talking about regular people, average people like me and you know, the average Joe and Jack and Jill and Eli. Yes, me. All right, so I don't want to go over the 3 reasons I believe people buy silver, and if you guys have anything you want to add, I do want to see it down in the comments below, all right? But let's get started. Let's get right into this right now. All right, so the first reason people like to buy silver is investment, to make money by actually buying silver and flipping the silver for a higher profit than they actually bought the silver. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. There's tons of people who invest in silver and flip it and make tons of money with it. But at the same time, I just want to go over some of the cons with you, all right? Now, the first con is once you buy the silver, you're automatically buying at a loss, all right? I want you to keep that in your mind. You're automatically buying at a loss. You can expect to pay anywhere between $2 plus premium. Now, of course, I know you guys can probably find it over like maybe $1. And there's tons of times that I actually bought silver at $1 above spot. But at the same time, I'm still buying at a loss. Most likely, you'll find it anywhere between $3, maybe even $5 premium. Now, $5 is a bit on the high end, all right? Now, when you do that, let's say silver is at $18 an ounce, which it is right now currently. That means you're expecting to buy that $18 ounce silver at $20 to $22, okay? So for you to make a profit, silver spot price would actually have to be at $23 for you to make a $1 profit. But let's actually take this a step further. Let's say silver is at $23 an ounce. Now you're talking about, hey, you want to go sell it, and let's say you just go to a local coin shop to sell it. Now, most likely, if you're gonna go to a local coin shop, most of the ones I deal with in Miami, they're gonna actually buy that silver from you. They're gonna pay you that silver $1, maybe even more, less under spot. All right. Now, of course, there's a way to bypass that if you have the people, if you have connections, if you have somebody that's willing to take the silver off you. Yeah, of course, maybe you can charge them maybe $24 for it. Of course, you want to, there's ways you can sell it, but at the same time, there's 2 factors that's going against you. You're at the mercy of the silver market, which means who knows if silver is going to go to $23 an ounce, all right? Who knows if it's going to go within the time frame that you want it to go through? You have no control over that, okay? So that's just my thoughts on that. So my final thoughts on investment. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but what I'm saying is if you want to make money, I feel, listen to me, I feel you have a better chance buying stocks, all right? That's just my opinion on that. Comment down below, let me know your opinions, all right? Now, the reason I say that is because, hey, there was a point in time where let's say around that time when Tesla was around, Tesla stocks, of course, was around, I'll say $160, all right? $160 per share. Let's say I had $1,000 and I decided to buy silver when it was, I think around that time, silver was at maybe $14. Let's say I took that $1,000 and I bought silver with it. I bought a whole bunch of ounces of silver with that $1,000. Or I could have bought Tesla with it, right? I could have bought 1,000, well, not 1,000 shares. I could have bought $1,000 worth in Tesla shares. Now, take those 2 scenarios. Silver right now is at $18, which means, of course, I would have bought it at a loss. So let's say it was at 14. I think around that time, let's say the premiums would have been $16. And then right now it's at 18, which means I gained $2 per every ounce of silver I bought with that $1,000. But Tesla shares right now, which was at $160, right now is at the time of this recording, right now is at $500. So a better return on investment would have been to go with the Tesla stocks. And of course there's risk on that, but that's not what this video is about. It's just to show you a perspective. Now let's go into the second one. Now the second reason people buy silver is because they're collectors. They want to collect the silver. Now when you collect it, most likely you're gonna have to run into high premium silver. All right. Now a silver that's supposed to cost $18 an ounce with a little bit of fluff on it can end up costing you $300. All right. And the reason people will be willing to pay that $300 is because in the future they believe it will go up. Now, like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's tons of people who actually do that. And there's tons of people that actually buy silver for $150 when it was at $13 an ounce. And they're able to sell that silver for ridiculous amount of money. Okay. Like if something brand new comes out and is limited, they'll buy it up for let's say $50 when silver's at $15, $16, $17 an ounce. They'll buy it for $50 and then they'll go right back or turn around and sell it for even $100. Now that's some quick money. That's some quick money. Now the only thing I'll say with that, the only con, well it's not the only con, I got a couple of cons on there. There's some stuff, there's some risk with anything that you're trying to do. And the first thing is there's scam. There's a lot of people that's gonna be like, oh yeah man, this silver was mined in the moon and it has Neil Armstrong left fingerprint on there because he touched it before he came back to Earth. And they're just gonna sell you a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, so scam, that's one thing to look for, especially if you're a collector. And the thing is, when you're a collector, unless you're very experienced, because yes, you can get burned, but unless you're very experienced in what you're doing, we don't know what will happen. There's no way of knowing what will happen. All right, maybe the silver is just not as what you thought it would be. All right, there's no way of telling, hey, if that silver that you just really bought will actually be somewhere as far as prices in the future, because anything can happen. All right, that's the only thing with that. And at the same time, you need to make sure you have a buyer lined up. Now, to be honest with you, that's a bit hard to find unless it's let's be honest, guys, let's be honest. There's tons of people who's trying to do this and they don't have a community. They don't have a community. Yeah, they may go on YouTube, but they haven't built a brand or build a name for themselves where people trust them in this community to actually sell them to. But if you are looking to, you do have some good collectibles and you want to sell some people your collectibles, I have an amazing friend that is a collector. His name is JT Coin Rings. And he will buy, because he's a collector. He'll buy. If a coin costs $18, he'll just sell it to him. He'll buy it from you at $300. All right, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm just kidding with you. But that's just my thoughts on collectors. Now, for the very last one, and that is protection. All right, protection from what, you may ask? Protection from inflation. It protects your buying power and it protects from a crisis. All right, a lot of people like to use silver to save money. I can't tell you, this is one of the methods I actually like to do as well. I buy silver sometimes to save money. All right, a lot of people does this. Now, one thing we all know, in a recession, silver tends to go up. Silver tends to go up. So that means right now everything could be good, silver's going down. It's a great time to buy silver for when the time you may need it. Like a recession, and then silver shoots up, and then hey, if something happens, you get laid off, hey, you put some money aside, and then hey, you're okay. All right, well, may not be okay, but you can weather the storm. All right, because you have a little bit of protection on you. Now, the only thing that differs this from everything else, the only thing that differs this from the other two ways I told you about prior, is because it is long term. Long term, this is good. All right, it's good. Now, the other ones is pretty much short term. You're looking for short term gains, like the people that's trying to flip it, the people that's looking for investment. Their mindset is, hey, you know what? I want to flip it as fast as I can. I want to make as much money as I can. If you're using it as a collector, you want, okay, if I hold it for the next maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and sometimes it can be a long game too when it comes to collectors. But at the same time, when you look at this, you're looking for the long term and you're not really looking to make money. You're really looking for protection. Now, let's put it this way. I've used this example. It's not just me. Plenty of people use this example on their videos as well. When you're buying silvers for protection, you're looking at it as insurance, all right? I have a car insurance, right? Doesn't mean I want to get into the accident so I can make a measly $1,000. All right, now that's stupid. So in case somebody is acting stupid and want to act like a and hit me, then I have the insurance to protect me, to take care of my hospital bill. It's not a major debt that's gonna just be looming over my head, all right? Now the same thing, if anything were to happen, let's say inflation comes in and it keeps up with inflation some of the times. And let's say I lose some of my buying power, but hey, you know what? I have tons of silver, so I maintain some of my buying power. And in a crisis, I'm like, hey, you know what? It's a crisis, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I have some emergency fund. I have some emergency silver. Let's go into that, all right? Now, the only con I see, and listen, a lot of people may disagree with me because not that much people like silver out there. Every time, like there's a community, I believe there's a community on YouTube, a shadow community that just hates silver. Or maybe they don't hate silver, they just hate people that talks about silver in a great light, all right? So anyway, that's a side topic there, throwing some shades out there, all right? The only con I see about this is it takes a long time. You're gonna need patience, and there's no telling. There is no telling. Let's put it this way. In 1980, silver went to, let's say, $40, right? $40, which in today's money would equal up anywhere between over $100. It went up to $40 back in 1980. Of course we've seen small spikes, but we haven't seen anything until 2011. 2011 was the last time we saw a huge spike when it comes to silver. So we're talking about, if you bought silver in the 1980s, would you have been patient enough to wait through the 1980s, going to 1990, going to the 2000, and then the 2011. We're talking about nearly 30 years. 30 years, over 30 years. Yeah, over 30 years. Or is that 20 years? It doesn't matter. It's a long time, all right? It may take some time, but in my beliefs, in my opinion, I do believe that right here is the best place to be at. Now, of course, I've done all three. I'm a collector as well. A small percentage, not like JT, but a small percentage of me is a collector. And also there's a small section in me that is an investor in silver. So I want to know what you guys think. That's pretty much it for this video. I want to know your thoughts down below. Which one of these are you? And I'm not saying that because I'm saying, of course, this is my belief, this is my opinion. I believe protection, buying silver for protection is one of the best reasons out there. And I'm pretty sure there's tons of you guys out there that would agree with me. But at the same time, I'm not doing this so we can, oh yeah, no, I'm team collector, I'm team investor, and everybody who's buying silver for protection. That's not what this video is for. This video is to put the knowledge out there. As long as it's out there, if you guys know a little bit more about yourself and you guys can understand this a little bit more, it puts you in a better position. But that's pretty much it for me. I want to know what you guys think. So make sure you guys comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up. It really helps out with the algorithm, with the YouTube algorithm that is. And share the content if you guys see fit. But that's all for me. I'm done talking. Have a good one. Oh man, that was a great video. If I was you, I'll consider subscribing and watching some of these other videos as well. And at the same time, if you guys want to see more comedic stuff, I'll also decide to actually check out the channel called The Remake, also made by me. It's nothing like these educational stuff. It's more of a comedic side of me. If you guys want to see stuff like that, you guys should definitely check that out. I guess I'm just gonna stay here and wait till you guys do all that, right?